Abusama kwaba from Lucky Black Media. Abusia Kelvin Taylor ababe kasa na ne kasa wakasa wonim se eye enipa mako wotwe a abusia omoso my Ghana mo hwe a omohye omkwanhye wu plane crash ne mu no. Abusia ma enamso ama Kelvin Taylor eco break kakra woni program a wayi mu na abusia no na Kelvin ehye ne dwumadi ase na ne dwumadi na wo hye ase no ene waba abonten ade nkyiremu bi ababe tudwa afa plane crash no ho na ne kan how cruise na ono Kelvin Taylor woni aye Dr. Sapon ene impo wose aye July emukurampo no ono Kelvin Taylor woni aye Dr. Sapon etimi di nkomo a ene ensemo mukeka aye bebre oso wo kurampa witimi fafon no afle no wose o me wo fa se Kelvin o ho to say a witimi hwe sane no na aye Kelvin Taylor kana witimi se na aye Dr. Sapon ne Kelvin Taylor didi nkomo bebre even agendas ya ne gugu akwan ma aye Dr. Sapon ebehwe so betimi dia boa NDC ene oman Ghana na oman Ghana etimi afa ne ntom pe efira empo ewusia anso wono ma wo chire mu eba behwe aye omane bo oman so ayonko fe dane one ne ntem ne nkoma wo modidi so mo ne bebo oman Ghana ne NDC amanyo ku na ewusia enura sene Kelvin Taylor the darling boy esibiti ene oye ne program a ehuru ne sede no ewusia nora ye hu bisa otimi sanu ana Kelvin ra hopa ya impo owie no fonso so besere so abusia osera na ema enura wo hwe ni sua na Kelvin Taylor the darling boy etia na ahreho me pesa ka me ho ko hwe video ni ginchiremu ni besisi
It's been a very difficult 2 weeks for every single Ghanaian, right-thinking Ghanaian. We have gone through a lot as a nation. We have endured a lot as a people. We took a hit, so it was quite tough for us to come on TV, come on radio, to do our usual job. We sent a couple of men to do some work for us, and at the end of the day, all of these men didn't come back home. So it was a tragedy. It's tough. It was difficult. So our long absence was due to the tragic accident. I'm talking about the plane crash that happened about 2 weeks ago. It's been a very tough one for me. Personally, I have friends. I lost friends in there. So it wasn't something we took lightly. You realize that our platform was off for almost 2 weeks. We didn't really post anything. We were short of words. We mourn with the family. Our condolence to every single family member who lost their relative. I would like to say we as a team, as a nation, as people who think about other people, their plight and their grievances, we would like to extend our condolence to their families. These are not just ordinary men. These are men who put everything on the line for us as a people. They had families to spend time with. They had other things to do. They had mothers. They had wives. They had special people in their lives to spend time with. Some had to leave their family in the States. Some have to leave their family all over the place to attend to what we as a people, we wanted them to take care of. So they were not just ordinary people. These were people who were taking instructions from us as a people. We gave them an assignment, a job to do, and they decided to do it, irrespective of the consequences that they might face. And sadly enough, they could not survive this calamity. But what I want to say is myself and my team and people who have followed this platform for a long time, we don't take this tragedy as a joke. We are not here to compare death. We are here to mourn. We are here to let everyone understand that when it comes to issues about people losing loved ones, it's not something to play with. It's not something to do politics with. It's not something to compare other things with. These are very important times in the lives of people who lost their husbands, people who lost their sons, people who lost their parents. So we don't take that lightly at all. I'm going to be blunt here. Some of these gentlemen we lost, some were very close friends of mine, and it's shocking that I have never spoken about some of them before. We lost 8 very good men, very, very honorable men, 8 of them, 8 people, 8 Ghanaians who were patriots, who decided to put their lives on the line for us. Somebody like Dr. Sapon has been a very good friend. Most people don't know. And the last conversation I had with him was just in July, so it shows how he has been one of those people who has been there for me. He's a very quiet man. Most people, even in Ghana, majority of people in the political circle never knew that I have something special with him. He's a very dear person to me. Calls me, we talk during the elections. He's one of those people who call and ask, do you need anything? Your men on the ground in the Ashanti region. Sometimes you hit the block and people like that call you and be like, Kevin, we have been there before. You are doing what is right. So Dr. Sapong, his family, these are very good men. The last time Omanebo mentioned my name was on national television, where he was answering a question about Kevin Taylor. Is he in Ghana? Has he come to Ghana? Is he going to court? And a smiley Omanebo basically, as articulate as we all know and sharp, made them understand, the journalists understand, I am not the immigration boss. I am the defense minister. Very, very sharp-minded individual. And I'm lucky to be one of those people he spoke about before this incident happened. It shows that not everybody get the opportunity to be spoken of, especially with by honorable men like Omanebo. Somebody like Abuaje has been a good friend, and everybody knows what I did with my team to try and get him to Parliament, the resource we put in, the support. And one thing about this young man, or this gentleman, Abuaje, is that he was very appreciative of whatever I did for him. The last message I got from him was he showing appreciation and thanking me for using my platform to help him. So these are good people. We cannot just push it away and be like, oh, it's one of those things. No. When you go on a private assignment or a private business, or visit or go around conducting your own private business, and maybe, unfortunately, you are involved in an accident, maybe people perish, it's totally different from us as a nation calling people to go and represent or work for us. I don't underestimate any death, but it's our responsibility to take this burden. It's our responsibility as a people. It's our responsibility to understand that we as a nation sent these men on a mission. So in my life, I've never compared death. But when you send somebody's husband, when you send somebody's son, when you give them a job to do for a nation and they lose their lives, you need to let the world know that they are supposed to be celebrated. And one thing we are not supposed to forget as a people, as a nation, is to make sure we don't forget the people they left behind, because they also had every opportunity like myself to live, for their kids to see me grow and see them grow. So it's our responsibility, it's upon us to make sure that whatever they left behind, we protect it. That's why when you go to some of the advanced countries, especially where I live in the United States, the military, the veterans are not underestimated. But the moment somebody says, I want to work for the nation, wherever you send me, whatever assignment you give me, or whatever assignment, I am willing to put everything on the line. That is the same thing. Whatever happened to these men is basically like sending a military officer. And these military officers who were in charge of the aircraft, basically with these civilian politicians with them, they all became military men. They became servants. They became people who had to work for us. So we don't have to take this lightly. I was hit big time, and I'm talking about the news. It was tough for me to come on air. It wasn't easy, you know. It's something that took time to process, and I'm very grateful that God in his own wisdom, God omnipotent, Allah the merciful, has been able to grant or able to fill the family, that gap, the wives, the kids. That's where my attention is. The kids they left behind, the wives, the mothers. God has been able to fill that gap a little bit. It's not easy. At the end of the day, we've all gone back to our homes. It is them. They have to live through this every single minute of their lives. It's not a joke. So we cannot play silly politics with us, thinking we can say things to please some other people, some fashion, for some people to feel happy. No, we are matured enough to understand that this is not something you treat as politics, something you treat to be relevant. No, this is something you need to basically take your time, take a step back and ask yourself. It could be me. I could take a decision to serve my nation. It could be anybody who is close to us. It could be our friend we love, who is in the military, who is in the police service, who is a minister, a member of parliament. It could be anybody. So this is how we have to look at this from a perspective that is very, 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 from an honest perspective. Adding, it's not a joke. These are very difficult times. And so when the family know, if you're a member of the family, you are a friend to these people we've lost, if you know their family, keep checking on them, keep calling them. Those who are financially stable a little bit, keep trying to support. It's tough. They don't really need financial support, even though it's good to help, but they need that gap to be filled, that we are replacing your loved one. We cannot be them, but we can try. So we become the healing process. We become those that can try and fill the gap. This is tough, and I'm happy God has been able to, God in his own way. When I saw the family, I saw the wives on TV, the children, every time I look at them, I look deep down. I go look at when they are alone, what they think about, the pain. That is what I look at. I just don't look at the pictures. I look at them when I am them. How am I going to take this? So we should not just forget. It's been 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Everybody's gone home fine. But if you have their direct contact, if you know them, if you're family, if you're a friend, just picking the phone to call to say, how are you people doing? It's enough. Let's try. These people could have spent their last days on this planet with their loved ones. Mr. Sapon is quite an old guy who could have decided to stay home with his wife in Accra. So let's not underestimate what has happened. Let's not play politics with it. Let us not make it look like we can be a hero out of this. No. Because tomorrow morning, you could be the person that we will be talking about that, oh, this guy, oh, he's dead. Oh, this guy. So we are not supposed to underestimate these kind of problems and or issues that happens to us. These are good people. God in his own wisdom, Allah the merciful, he has been good to us. He will be good to us. We know and we believe, Muslims, Christians, whatever you believe in, that when you are dead, your soul will have to go to a place that will be accepted peacefully, Jannah. And Allah in his own wisdom, and for the love he has for all of us, he will grant them peace and everlasting life. We have not been there before, but it is just the belief that we have. And whatever they were doing, the good heart they had behind whatever they are doing, Allah will grant them faith.
abusua baby a wo hwe me bia wo haw ne amane kodan na bia da eda wo so bia no bo modern se woni me bedi nkomo ye de samna nwanwaso bi aba e frɛ ne se eye sika kokko na gold samna wo haw bia da eda wo so bia wo hia sa samna we se bi afi wo ye bema wo hwe me wo bema sam wo fom wo bema ye ketwa brabeji bula matali eduro bi na wo bema enye kese watimi abo adwuma nso ache ewo empem ye de akwankyere bi aba abusua no ye hwehwe wo hyebrim a ye frɛ ne se mpanifa akwankyere ana se wo betima friend back to sender onipa bi ha onipa bi tata wato bet ewo ho se wo se ne tibi obeku bo modern so be fa numbers ne gu screen ase na woni mi akasa me hwehwe wo hyebrim wi a na bo modern se me kyerɛ wo ne wo beye